Thank you. That was worth it.
You ruined WonderCon.
Gillian Japes is... Yeah.
Go home.
Gillian's awesome. I love
The
her.
poor guy didn't get to ask his question.
I think that
His question was
it
it fun hooking up with Alison Brie?
No, go ahead. What?
What?
Oh.
Well, I guess
can't even-
maybe, do you have one? Yeah, one more question.
I do.
Okay.
Hi, my name's Hillary. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm sure everybody really appreciates it. My question. Oh, hey.
Yeah, come on. Let's give her something.
Okay, so my question is like, look, as a kid, when I watched The Exorcist, it was scary. It's the scariest movie I'd ever seen. Way scarier than Freddy Krueger. Okay, sorry. My question is, how did being in a movie this scary and this close to something like reality, fourth dimension, how did it affect your art? How did it affect your acting? What did you guys take from this movie that was different from other movies that you've done before, seeing as how it was so scary?
Well, we'll just focus on that last one, just because I think we have to wrap it up in a sec. What did you take away from the film? I think that's a great, perfect last question. So you as director, Scott, and then we'll go down. What did you take away from the movie? Because obviously, when you start something, you're going to learn a bunch, and it's going to change, and you're going to come out with something at the end. What was that?
Yeah, I mean, I think, there's thematically, I was covering some territory that I've covered before in the horror genre, but I think that most of what I took away from this movie was growth as a filmmaker. And it was the result of working with a DP that certainly pushed me in my understanding of lighting technique. From Jerry, I think I learned, which I think is probably, in my experience, is what makes him distinctive from other producers I've worked with, is kind of this unrelenting will toward making things better all the time. He never really took time to celebrate what was great. He was always looking at what could be better and pushing it all the way up. I mean, when we were in the back room, he was talking about things we can still fix. Like, couldn't that be better if we put this music differently in this one place? It's just the way it works. And I think that for me it was mostly a growth as a filmmaker, and by working with people who are extraordinary in their different positions on the film.
Excellent. What about you, Eric?
I learned, I guess, how big and complicated the subject matter is, and how it's just awesome dinner party conversation.
Édgar?
No, I think that what I take away from movies, the importance of self-forgiveness and compassion in our daily lives. Because I think that these movies, when they're good, horror movies, where they're good, they're metaphors for greater subjects in life. And I think that without revealing anything about the movie or not wanting to, these guys like Sarchi, the guy that Eric plays, and Mendoza, the guy that I play, I mean, in the end, I mean, to devote their lives to help people, to believe in helping people who go through the unmeasurable amount of pain that Eric described. It requires a huge amount of compassion and empathy. And regardless of how he said it, regardless whether that comes from, the fidgets of an ill imagination or a sick mind or evil forces, dark forces, exterior forces, these people are in need for help, and I think that as an exorcist and people who devote themselves to do that and to walk through the pain with these people, it's really incredible. It's an incredible thing.
That was a beautiful last thought. Wow, that's really nice. Olivia, what else did you take away besides being friends with the Long Island Medium?
That's it. Joel, what'd you take away?
Well, I learned that this is the coldest place I've ever been in my life, in this the stadium or whatever.
Right now, one.
Thanks, guy. That's the same guy yelling at Olivia.